Hey everybody, it's Wendy, and today I have got for you a little DIY. Don't know what you would call this, but it's basically making flower pine cones, or pine cone flowers. And today I'm making this, it's a gift for somebody, so I don't really want to say who it's for because they may be listening. But anyway, the things that you're going to need if you want to do this are some pine cones, like full-size pine cones. These I've already cut down, and I'll tell you how I did it, but yeah, just some full-size pine cones. You're going to need some acrylic paints, whatever colors that you want. I just used acrylic craft paints. I did use enamel ones on some of these. I don't know if this is going to go outside or not, but I wanted to make sure that it was waterproof if it did. So I used enamel acrylic craft paint. You can get it at Walmart for like, I don't know, $1 or maybe even less than that per bottle. And I used, of course, paint brushes, some clear polyurethane, clear coat. This little board thing here I got at Michael's on sale. It is actually, it hangs. It has a little, let's see if I can, it has a little tie up here that you hang it by. And so, sorry to move you around there, but I got that at Michael's. It was like, I don't know, $15 on sale for 10 or something like that. Okay, so you need pine cones, you need paint, you need polyurethane, you need the board, whatever you want to hang it on. You can just use actually a board from outside and just paint it if you want to. You're going to need some hot glue, some E6000, and I believe I'm using some twine for the stems on the flowers, just some regular old jute twine, and some scissors. And you'll need a really sharp pair of, I used pruning shears. These I got at the Dollar Tree, and they worked pretty good for this. I'll get into the pine cone thing here in a minute, but let me tell you, I had no idea that pine cones were so hard to cut. But apparently squirrels have teeth like freaking cement, because these things are nearly impossible to cut. I started out with scissors, which did not work. Moved on to a hacksaw, which worked a little bit better, but tore up the petal, you know, the pine cones so bad that you really couldn't get any flowers out of them. So then Chris had to get his circular saw, and we did the very dangerous thing of me holding the pine cone in my hand and him cutting it with the circular saw, which was probably not the wisest thing. But anyway, I could not figure out any other way to do it. So that's how we cut these pine cones. And then the other day I had to go get a couple more. I needed a couple bigger ones. So I started with these pruning shears. And if you start at the bottom of the pine cone and just kind of work your way up, like just, you have to bend them like this, and I don't know, it's really hard to cut them. But if you have a saw, that's the best way, but just be really careful, because it's probably a miracle we didn't cut my fingers off. But anyway, so you're going to cut your pine cones up. Some people bake theirs in the oven, like to get rid of the creepy crawlies. I did not, because I didn't see any creepy crawlies in mine, so I was like, I wasn't too worried about it. So I just cut them. They were dry. They had not been like laying outside wet or anything, so they were very dry. I cut them. I took acrylic paints and painted them. So we've got red here. This is like I mixed a crimson red with a darker, like a burgundy. And then this is the burgundy that I mixed with the crimson red. I had purple here, and I don't know if you can tell, but I had some metallic paints that I kind of went over the top of some of these with. This is I think it was called Lagoon. I love this color. Teal. Yellow. A lighter kind of mint green. This is a navy blue, again with the metallic paints. And I just painted these. I had to give them several coats, especially the light colored ones like the yellows, These blues, this is like a peach color. They had to have several coats on them. And then I just took yellow and kind of, you know, the middle on that one, I just kind of dotted. These are obviously painted a little more, the middles on them. And I touched up the ends of the leaves just to give them some depth and dimension. Now when you cut your pine cones up, all of these little pine cone pieces will fall off. And these you can color green, and we're going to use them for leaves on our little flowers. Okay? So once you get all your flowers painted and polyurethane, if you want to. If you're not going to put them outside, I guess you don't have to. But I kind of like the glossy look too. So I wanted to go ahead and polyurethane them. So now what I have to do, this is kind of the hard part, but I have to arrange these. I'm going to make them like a bouquet kind of with the twine, this jute twine, as the stems going down, and then I'm going to put a bow on it and make it like a bouquet. So the easiest way that I found to do this to make it look good was to take the bigger flowers first and kind of place them where I wanted them to go. So I did this earlier, and then I had to take them off and polyurethane them, so I was kind of aggravated. I should have left them all on there, but I've done that before I put them on. So, and the pine cones are really cool. You can use, like, this side would have been pretty for a flower because the leaves would have been like they were coming out, like this. I used that part of it. This is the bottom of the pine cone, and it makes it like a zinnia kind of flower. Even the little ones you can use. They all end up looking like flowers, and you can use, you know, either side of them. So it's really kind of cool. I thought it was a really neat thing, and I saw it on Pinterest, or just, I saw pictures of them on Pinterest, and I've not really watched any tutorials of people doing them. I just decided to give it a try and see how it turned out, and I like it. I think it's a really cute craft. It's very different, and it can be hung like outside, I think, or I don't know. I wanted to have kind of dark colors in my flowers, but a couple of light colored things, just to give it a little, you know, highlight. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I think I'm gonna put this purple one in the middle, maybe. I don't know. I had a really hard time this morning getting these arranged like I wanted them. It's hard. It's hard to get them to look right, because I don't want it to be just all across the, like a straight line, you know. I kind of want it to have some dimension and depth and look like it's kind of a bouquet. But it's hard because you really just kind of end up putting them right across. So let's see. Well, I don't know, guys. This is the hard part for me. I can paint them, I can do all that, but when it comes to arranging them and making them look good, I'm kind of at a loss. So let's see. I mean, probably they're going to look good no matter what, because they turn out really pretty. And it amazes me how much a pine cone can look like a flower. I never in all my years would have dreamed that you can make pine cones into little flowers. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of liking it kind of zigzagging a little, and I don't want it just straight across the top. So maybe like that. And I have another one here in my hand. What am I going to do with him? I don't want too purple right there. Let's see. Let's change up this purple with this, because this is light, and there's no dark over here, dark purple. Okay. So that looks pretty good, I think. Let me stand up and see if it's like, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be kind of balanced. So, yeah. I kind of like that. Okay, so now that I have them placed, I'm going to go ahead and put my stems down first. So I'm taking the jute, and I'm just cutting off pieces and twisting it like this, because I want it to be a little thicker than just one stem. I've seen people use some skewers for this, paint them green, but I really don't want, number one, I don't want to paint I don't want any more like green just flowing all over the thing. This glue gun, I swear. I don't know that it's even, oh, there we go. Okay, well, no wonder it wasn't working. There was no glue down in it. So I'm just gonna glue down. Uh-oh, look at that. Ew, that's not good. Okay, what's wrong with my glue gun? Get that out. See if it's just like clogged up a little. Oh no, this is bad. All this orangey looking glue is coming out of my glue gun. I'm not sure what's wrong. Okay, it's starting to get clear now. Alright, that's weird. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to put down a little glue. Okay, now it's going to come out really good. Set that over there. And lay that in it, and be careful, because, you know, obviously, the glue will burn your fingers.
Dinner time.
Well, Chris says it's dinner time. Did you hear that? So I think I will pause this video and come back because I'm hungry. So be back in a few minutes, guys. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm gluing down just the little twine pieces. I'm not sure I want to make them all double. Whoops. I may do just some single ones, but for a couple of the big ones, I'm just going to make them double, just so they look a little thicker. I may even, I don't think I want to triple them, but so you just cut a few pieces, you know, and twist it up here like this. The hardest part is getting the glue to stick because this wants to twist. But so under some of the bigger flowers, now I'm just going under here. I'm not gluing the flowers down yet. I'm just like a precarious situation going on here with this tripod. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that down. I'm going to put a little extra glue on top. I don't want these to come off. I don't know why my glue gun there. It's orange again. I don't know why my glue's turning orange. I had a different glue gun and threw it away, and I had bought this one a while back and thought that it would be in better shape, but I haven't used it all that much. I threw away the bad one, so I don't know what the deal is. Okay, oh no. Yeah, you really have to hold it down till it dries before you start twisting. I get impatient. But you do really have to hold it down till it dries. You can see this one, it's dried pretty hard, so I think I will put a little bit more on top of it here, just so it's good and firm. And then I did a little down here at the bottom. Goodness, it's taking this glue forever. I'm a very impatient person, if you can't tell. I hate painting, like these flowers, oh my gosh, it's taken me days to paint them, and I just get so impatient. I want it done already, you know, I don't like waiting for the paint to dry. Okay. So, my mom subscribed to my channel. I don't know if she watches every video I post, but she did subscribe, so say hi to my mom and give her a shout out.
Motion detected at the front door.
There's motion detected at the front door. Thank you, Alexa. Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
I said thank you, Alexa, for telling me there was motion at the front door.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, she doesn't know. Alright, so let's glue the bottom of this one down. Oh, this is going to drive me insane. It is not wanting to lay. This is proving to be difficult. Okay, come on. Maybe I should just put the flower over top of it. Let it sit there for a minute. Alright, so you're just going to glue your stems however you want them, basically, like this. Like I said, you could use anything for stems. Pipe cleaners I don't think would look too good. People use skewers, which I had some skewers, but I don't know, I just wanted them more organic. I didn't really want them just to be straight and flat. Okay, that really did glue that flower down. Alright, so let's go ahead and glue the purple one down. And I want them to sit straight up. These, you know, they can tilt like this, but I don't want them to tilt. I want them to sit straight up. This is not wanting to stay. I've seen people put some Spanish moss along the bottom, and I may end up doing that just because I don't want the glue to show on these stems, but okay, there we go. Alright.
Motion detected at the front door.
Okay, so let's add a little bit more in here. Trying to kind of hide it. Okay, so let's see. I've got a few more here. I had them laid out right and I messed the whole thing up, didn't I? Let's go this way. Alright, so let me see. How many more? I don't want stems all over the place. I keep hitting that light. But I do want enough to where it just looks, you know, a little bit realistic. I don't want them to look like they're just floating in the air. So I may do one more big one. Let's see, maybe coming out from this red one right here. I'll do one more big one. And then I'll do a few just smaller ones. I need a popsicle stick, really. That's the best thing for when you're trying to glue things down with hot glue, is to just use a popsicle stick to hold it. I do have one, but I'm not going to go get it because then this thing will flip off. Actually, gluing the flower on top worked pretty good, so maybe I'll just go ahead and stick the flower on top of it. Just like that. Let's do some fancy finger work here. Let's make this one go this way a little. And I'll cover up some of this glue with the leaves here in a minute. I'm sorry, my hands are in the way, but you see what happens when I let go. So, kind of need to hold them down. Okay, that flower's glued down pretty good. This one's still working on it. And let's put a little here at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so this is what they're looking like. I'm going to trim off the ends of them. If I can find my scissors, here they are. So I'm going to trim off these ends. I'm not sure if I'm going to put the Spanish moss on along the bottom or not. Just can't decide. Okay. So that's looking pretty good, and that is how you glue down the stems. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, glue down a bunch more stems, because I know y'all don't want to sit and watch me do that, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I have got most of the stems glued down and all the flowers, and this is how it's looking so far. Let me tip the camera back here a little bit. Whoops. So it's looking like this. I think it is super cute. Then I got the bright idea, well, before I put the leaves on, I got the bright idea that maybe it would be really cute to glue some seed beads on the middles of these flowers and give it a little sparkle. So I've got some gold ones here, and I'm not sure. not positive that I want to do that, but I kind of think I might. So, but first I kind of want to put the leaves on and just see, you know, because I don't want to make it too busy. So I have all these little leaves, and they could go either way. I mean, that looks kind of more like a leaf, but it's not painted real good on the back there. I want them to be painted really good. So, you know, they can just stick out from the flowers, kind of like that.
Motion detected at the front door.
And I'm sorry, I don't... There's like a North Carolina hurricane outside or something. It is, the wind is blowing like crazy out there. I don't know what's going on, but it keeps triggering our door, the motion sensor thing at the front door, and it keeps saying motion detected at the front door. Okay, so I have like burned the heck out of my fingers with this glue gun today. There is glue everywhere. I'm a terribly messy crafter. I do not do it neatly at work. I think they get aggravated with me because I use so much glue on the earrings, and then I have to sit and try to pick it off, and you know, but yeah, I'm not a neat crafter by any means. So I've got glue everywhere. I may want to reinforce that one a little bit. Yeah, you want to make sure your flowers are all glued down really good. Most of them are pretty solid, but a couple of them are a little bit wiggly, so I may reinforce those later. But okay, so I'm going to glue on a few leaves. So I'm just going to, you know, kind of strategically place them where I want them. And the way that the pine cones, they kind of bend like this, so I think they really look cute. They look like, you know, you've got some, they look really like leaves. They're really realistic looking there. Okay, so let's just stick some of these leaves in. I won't go in very far. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I think this turns out really cute, and I mean, it's a bit of work. It's taken me several days. By the time you paint them all and, you know, give them 2 or 3 coats, and of course I work during the day, so I'm not here, you know, I can't just be here to do this all day, so I have to leave it and come back. So I guess if you had more time to invest, you know, to just sit down and do it, it probably wouldn't take so long, but it's taken me several days to do it. But I really do think it's turning out really cute. It's original and very unique. So I think that the person I'm making it for is going to like it, I hope. So let's see here. I'm going to get the leaves. I mean, I don't want to make it too busy, but I kind of like to get a couple in one spot. Oh, that one's not even glued down. Okay. But I kind of don't like the way they look when you stick them like with the that fat end out. I kind of like the skinnier end sticking out. I think it looks more like a leaf. I don't know. I'm not liking that at all right there. So let's just not even do that. Let's go somewhere else. Let's see. What about right here? I don't know. I'm having trouble with the leaves. Not really liking the way that they're turning out. That's better. Okay. Oops. It needs a few. So these over here I glued the fat end sticking out, but especially on the smaller flowers, I think that the pointy end looks better if you glue it sticking out. Trying to make sure my camera's still recording. Okay, so let's just get a few leaves on here just to give it a little green and a little realistic look. See, here's a big one. It can kind of stick out of one of these bigger flowers, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And then I might glue some seed beads. I can't decide if I want to do that or not. Glue some seed beads on the flowers. It would give it kind of a sparkle. Let's see. How much time do I have? Oh, I'm good. Okay. So let me lay a few on here and just see. These are some gold size 6 seed beads. Let's just see what it would look like. Ooh, I think it's kind of cute. if I can do it without the glue showing. Oh, I kind of like it. Oh, great. Now I can't get them off there because this thing's laying flat. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so the trick with this, though, is going to be not having big globs of glue showing on these flowers. So probably E6000, just like I'm at work, is going to be my best option. E6000 and a toothpick. This is what I do all day long at work. So get you something for your glue to drip in. Oh, come on now. Put a little E6000 out here. Just like this. And I love my job, don't get me wrong. I'm really enjoying it. I love making jewelry. I mean, I go into work and literally I feel like I've been there 5 minutes and it's time to go home. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so a little bit of gold will look pretty on this purple flower. So you want to get your E6000 on your toothpick and just dab a little bit on and stick your bead on there. Now with the crystals we use these little things that have beeswax on them to pick them up.
Detected at the front door.
Oh gosh, I don't know if y'all can hear the wind out there, but it is atrocious. I mean, it's like, I don't know what it's doing. It is really, and it's sunny as it can be. It's not like even rainy or cloudy. It's just sunny and the wind is blowing like crazy. Okay, so I like that. It does. It gives it a little, just a little extra sparkle. I'm just going to put a few of them in here. This E6000 will dry clear if you don't mess around with it too much. If you get it kind of messed up, it won't dry clear. But believe me, I've done it. But yeah, so let's put a few of these little seed beads on here, just randomly. I'm not doing any sort of pattern or anything. I think that's going to be really cute, though. Just to give it a little extra sparkle and bling. And it kind of gives the flower, like, you know how some of the flowers have like a variegated, or not variegated, but like a honeycomb look in the middle. That kind of gives it that. That's really cool. Okay, so there's a few little seed beads on that one. See that? Can you see it on the camera? This camera. There we go. There it is. So I think I'm going to do that to all of them, or not, maybe not all of them, but a few of them. I got some, these are like a peacock finish. Let's see what they would look like. Maybe on the burgundy one. I don't know that I'll do this on all of them because I don't want to make it too much, but I'm not sure I like that on the burgundy one. Yeah, maybe not. I have a white, like a pearly seal-on pearl. It might be pretty on something. I might have seed beads everywhere. I kind of have to see what they're going to look like. I don't know, maybe just the gold is going to look good. I'm not crazy about that either on the blue. Maybe on this. That looks kind of pretty on there, the white. Yeah, I may put a few on there. I'll do with my E6000. Alrighty, let's dab a few on there. Can you see what I'm doing? So, you know, this is not a hard project. It is a bit time consuming, and I'm just going to dab some on. They don't have to be in any. It is time consuming, and like I said, cutting the pine cones was pure torture. I had no idea how hard it would be. I have great respect for the squirrels now because I'm serious, their teeth must be like cement. But anyway, here's some, these are like a clear. Kind of pretty in there, don't they? I don't know. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to make it like, you know, overdone or gaudy. So I might spread a little E6000 on here and sprinkle maybe some of the white ones on there. Maybe some of the clear ones too. Yeah, that is kind of pretty. I just was standing over there looking out the window and saw the seed beads and thought, wonder if those would look cute on there. Let's skip a few. Let's do one up here on this one. I'll do some gold on him. I'm just going to put them in, the ones that don't stick will fall off when I pick this up. So, all right. So that's basically how you make the little pine cone flower. I guess it's a wall hanging. I don't know. All the seed beads fall off, but I think it turns out super cute. Look at that. Whoops. Yeah. So, oh. All right. So sorry, guys. I'm having a rough time of it today. Alrighty, there it is. The pine cone wall hanging. I'll probably glue some more leaves in throughout there just to even it out because that leaf looks really funny sticking down. But yeah, it turns out really cute. Sorry for dropping the camera. Sorry for moving the camera so much. But, you know, I'm not the best at this videoing, especially when it comes to tutorials where you have to pick things up and move them around, and my little tripod's broken. So I've ordered a new one. Hopefully it'll get here before too long. But yeah, I think that looks really cute. It can hang, and I may put some Spanish moss across the bottom. Not sure. I may not. I may just leave it like that and glue a few leaves on there. But anyway, I hope you liked the tutorial. I'm sorry for the crazy camera work. And I have a bead box bargain haul that I'm going to upload here in just a little bit. I got just a few things in the mail. It's nothing major, but I got a few things, and I like to show you guys what I get, so that way you kind of know what you might want to order if you see them. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of the day, and I'll get that video up soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.